Hello everyone. As always, I respect and appreciate you all for subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much indeed. Please, if you are watching this, and you have not yet subscribed, please I ask you to subscribe. Thank you. We are in Namibia because Namibia turned on the visa tables on Western nations. For us in the Western world, we will never quite understand how tedious, prolonged and expensive getting a visa from Africa to travel Western world is. A Namibian Michelle Nahoya spent nearly £390 on the application process for a visa to visit Canada. It took almost 2 years for it to materialize. The 38-year-old, who lives in Windhoek, Namibia, was desperate to get to Quebec to see her aunt and cousins whom she has not seen for almost 10 years. The visa application involves filling in multiple forms, among other requirements. She also had to provide 6 months of bank statements, an invitation letter, plus a detailed travel history. By the way, there is no way to apply for a Canadian visa in Namibia. One will have to travel to South Africa to submit the biometric data, which involves giving fingerprints and having a photo taken. Michelle's experience is not uncommon for Africans traveling to Western countries. In 2022, 7 of the top 10 countries with the highest visa rejection rates in the bloc of European countries known as the Schengen area were African, according to consultancy firm Henley and Partners. Getting a visa is lengthy and frustrating. They will not even give you a reason why it is taking long. However, if her family in Quebec decide to travel to Namibia on their Canadian passports, they will not face anything like the challenges and costs she encountered. Canadian citizens can currently enter Namibia without visa. This is due to change in April 1, 2025. From April, Canadian nationals along with those from Germany, the US, and the UK and 29 other countries will require a visa for entry into Namibia. These include all non-reciprocating countries, meaning the new visa rules will affect citizens from all countries that require Namibian passport holders to have visas. Namibia, along with some of African countries, have always extended goodwill gestures and favorable treatment to nationals of various nations. However, despite the efforts, certain countries have not reciprocated Namibia's immigration ministry. In light of this disparity, the government has deemed it necessary to implement a visa requirement to ensure parity and fairness in diplomatic interactions. Straight away, you can see that the Western countries are still being treated fairly. Canada, the UK, the US, and Germany will still be able to buy their 90-day visa at the cost of $90 on arrival in Namibia, unlike the onerous requirements placed on African passports holders who need to get their visas beforehand. The British High Commission in Namibia, Charles Moore, said he respected the right of Namibia to impose new regulations. The European Union made more than €53 million on rejected visa applications from African countries in 2023, according to the recent report by the Lego Collective, a think tank that focuses on migration. Visas can be rejected for various reasons. The report says, some rejections are based on reasonable doubt about the visa applicant's intention to return home. In June 2024, the price of Schengen short-term visas went up from €80 to €90 for adults. And in October 2023, the UK visa fee rose from £100 to £115. The report also showed that nearly a third of Africans applying for a visa to the Schengen area were rejected, higher than the global average. Even when visas are approved, African travelers say their experiences at the border security make them feel uncomfortable and unwanted. Winnie Byanyima, the head of the United Nations AIDS and who is herself a Ugandan, drew attention to this when she tweeted in 2022, "I'm at Geneva Airport. I'm almost refused to board. All documents scrutinized over and over again. Calls were made. I boarded last." Despite Namibia's visa initiative receiving praise on social media, the tourism industry is less enthusiastic. The Hospitality Association of Namibia said it is very concerned about the message it sends to the global travel trade. You can see right here the mentality of fear. Some Africans are easily intimidated. Seriously, some Africans believe people in the West do no wrong. In 2022, the tourism sector accounted for 7% of the GDP, making it the third largest contributor to the economy, with the most tourists coming from Germany and the USA. Mr. Soni Nrupesh, a tourism expert based in Windhoek, believes the visa will not deter visitors. It will not change much. You can still get on the plane without a visa. Prospective travelers like Miss Nahoya hope this kind reciprocity will be the future for everyone. When people travel to Namibia, they love it. So, Namibians would like to see that when they travel to the West all is good, and they are enjoying the travel and the visit. Miss Nahoya also said it would be nice to go to Canada, the US, or the UK, and just get a visa on the arrival. But right now, we Africans must plan everything so far in advance. This is the way of the world. Straight away, you can see the great unfairness dished at Africans. There is still this mentality of master and the slave. I tell you what to do attitude. Some African countries are waking up to this kind of treatment. Countries like Burkina Faso will not tolerate this behavior. And rightly so. Everyone is welcome to Namibia.